Hey folks, welcome back to Armored Core 6, where our New Game Plus playthrough is about to come to an end, and we're going to get the second ending here. We spent this playthrough having a much closer relationship with the RLF and ultimately decided to choose the Rubiconians over the Corps and over Overseer, the organization of observers who are dedicated to destroying the Coral. We're not going to help them. We've already taken out Carla. So all that's really left is to take out our final build and face whatever the final boss might be. I've decided to start out with Raven here. I've got him equipped with the Zimmermans and the needle launchers. So I feel like that's appropriate thematically. We'll see whether it works mechanically. Let's get into the briefing for our final mission here. Bring down the Xylem.
The Xylem is beginning its descent. Now, we just need to destroy the ramjet engines. Let's put an end to this, Raven. We're going home. To Rubicon, the world you saved. We'll also need to prepare for re-entry. Be ready to escape once we're finished.
Main system activating combat mode.
Raven, it's one of the ramjet engines. Please, destroy the target.
All right, so this is cool. We're on the floating colony ship Xylem in the upper atmosphere, heading towards the extraction valve. What a cool setting for the final battle here. Let's make our way over.
Chamber is silent.
There's one engine down. And here comes the second.
Starboard chamber is silent.
And the city begins to fall. With that, our mission's objective is completed. It's no longer going to blow up the Coral.
Xylem is falling from orbit.
Rubicon is spared. So is the Coral.
The Coral's safe. Rubicon's safe.
Oh boy. Somebody's pissed. What?
Is that you?
Okay. Walter's got an AC.
621. I have to dispose of you.
Oh boy. Okay.
But that AC. Picking up a Coral response. Watch out!
Corporations. Orders. No. My friend's mission. Eliminate all obstacles.
Wow. Okay. He's got some interesting weapons here.
You're in danger. We have to defend ourselves.
2 repair kits remaining.
Man, that hurts. I gotta start jumping over that.
50%.
That voice. 621. I see it next to you. The greatest obstacle.
Okay, wow, he is tough. He puts out a lot of damage. All right, we barely touched him. Let's take a second stab at this. Okay, so I gotta jump over. He's gonna have to definitely have like a second form or a second life. We gotta jump over his beam there, that red beam.
Corporations. Orders. No. My friend's mission.
There we go.
Eliminate all obstacles.
Yikes.
Whatever they did, you're in danger. We have to defend ourselves.
Voice. 621. I see it next to you. Yes. Kindling for the fire.
Raven, we're re-entering Rubicon's atmosphere. There's no time. Hurry!
Yikes.
Something's alive. It doesn't die easy. You have to burn every last cinder.
AP at 30%.
Okay, we hit him there, but man, we took a lot of damage getting here.
And our job will be over. All the credits. Undo. 621.
Oh man, he is a righteously challenging guy. It's interesting his chatter here. He's both like determined and saddened by our choice and the fact that he has to fight us. All right, let's see if I can do better.
Corporations. Orders. No. My friend's mission. Eliminate all obstacles.
Whatever they did, you're in danger. We have to defend ourselves.
That voice. 621. I see it next to you. Yes. Kindling for the fire.
Raven, we're re-entering Rubicon's atmosphere. There's no time. Hurry!
When something's alive, it doesn't die easy. You have to burn every last cinder. Burn the coral, and our job will be over. You earned all the credits. Undo the surgery. Be normal again.
Raven! Walter! This has to stop!
AP at 30%.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, if he has a second stage, we're screwed. I think he's using those red beam weapons and red energy weapons. I think he was using coral weapons there.
The mission. My friend's wishes. Look at you, 621. You found a friend.
Walter! We have to go, Raven. Raven, One day, humanity and Coral will thrive together. You kept our potential safe. I know Walter feared a collapse. But I promise you, there's another way. Raven. We'll find it together.
All right. There's our second ending. Let's see if there's anything else here, or if it just rolls credits. It's just going to roll credits. All right, there might be a post-credit scene as well. So here's what I'll do during the credits. I'll talk about my experience of my second playthrough. So on second playthrough, the game actually grew on me quite a bit. My experience of playing through the game, of unlocking kind of more weapons and all the OS tuning chips and stuff, made the game significantly easier. CEL 240 still gave me some trouble the second time around, but almost every other boss was pretty much 1, 2, or 3 shots, just like Walter at the end there. And a number of the bosses who gave me really big trouble, like the Enforcer, like Balteus, I killed them on the first try on my second playthrough. You get more into, as you unlock more parts, more weapons, you get even more variety, more opportunity to go into the build. But I do think there are certain weapons that are stronger than others. You know, if you did like a comparison of their damage output, their ease of use, I mean, the chain guns, the songbirds, the stun needles, the Zimmermans, those are like top tier weapons as far as I can tell. And I haven't tried all of the weapons. I haven't tried everything out, obviously. But certainly compared to some of the basics, they're definitely stronger and easier to use. I think in terms of your like overall design, I think that tank certainly has its uses, but I think it's the weakest. I think the tetrapod builds where you're able to hover in the sky and rain down fire, those are very strong. And then any build where you have high mobility, there's a higher skill ceiling for it, but that's also very strong. And the other thing I'll say about the second playthrough is I had more time to kind of take in the story as it's presented, which is largely done through the briefings and the chatter, right? The first time through, I didn't really have time to listen to, I couldn't focus on a lot of the chatter in the missions because I was so struggling so hard to just beat the missions. The second time around, I had an easier time of it and found myself listening more to the characterizations and found myself appreciating it. I also really liked the way that the ability to go into the kind of liberator role is more sort of focused in the second time around. So the first time around, you're sort of guided, or not like required, but pushed into the ruthless mercenary role, right? Where you just follow orders, you do whatever Walter tells you to do. You're kind of involved with and curious about the other factions and what their motivations are, but you really just follow orders. The second time around, you make your choice, right? You choose to work more with the Rubicon Liberation Front, to make a friend out of Air and Rusty, and you know, become more independent, more self-directed. And then, you know, also the mysteries behind what's going on are slowly revealed. You know, we had that one message where the one guy in the like super tank who thought we were the original Raven was like, you leaked that information. You think you can change things? So there's more secrets to be had, which motivates you for the third playthrough, where I presume we're going to achieve Air's goal of whatever that integration is between human and Coral. Something more interesting, the final ending, the true ending, as we get through our third playthrough, will hopefully reveal the last of the secrets and really give us some insight into what the Coral is and how it's going to work. I will definitely say the game is fun enough. There's enough variety available with all the weapons and builds you can produce that the second playthrough didn't feel like a slog to me at all. And I think the third one might a little teeny tiny bit, but we're going to get through it and get to that true ending for sure. Another thing I noticed in this second playthrough is the music. You know, I'm not a huge music guy, and I didn't really pay too much attention in the first one, but yeah, there's some really good, well-written music in this game, and I appreciate that. And yeah, just overall, like I'm not really going to get into the multiplayer, but I definitely see how the multiplayer and the PvP could be very attractive to a certain type of gamer, right? I have enough trouble going against PvE that I don't want to frustrate myself, and if you want to see some real rage, you could force me to, you put a gun to my head and force me to do some Armored Core 6 PvP. But there are other content creators who can produce that for you if that's what you're interested in. I tried it like once or twice, got wrecked, and was like, no, this isn't for me. But yeah, second playthrough, very enjoyable. More of the kind of other side of the Rubiconian conflict revealed. Had more of an opportunity to kind of get a feel for the different players in the big game here. Listened to more of the chatter and really enjoyed my second playthrough. And, you know, the second ending here, not super, how do I put this? Like, we made our choice, and it was more about what happened in the missions than some, like, ending cutscene. But that, I will say, I feel just a shade underwhelmed that there wasn't something bigger at the end as a reward. Maybe we'll see something after the credits. Yeah, overall, really still enjoyed the game on the second playthrough, and looking forward to the true ending here, as well as a couple new missions, which I've read you access to get that third ending. So we'll see if there's a real challenge there at the end for us, and we'll see what the true ending has to say about the Coral, about human nature, and about Rubicon. In the meantime, we're going to let these credits roll out and see whether there's a post-credit scene. I'm not sure whether I can skip this or not. I guess I can. So many thanks to everybody who put all the work into this game. You know, lots of different folks have to work on a game like this. You know, you've got developers, you've got artists, you've got all kinds of people involved in QA and marketing and just physical production. So I usually like to let the credits roll, but I've sort of run out of things to say, and I don't expect you to sit here and watch them. So many thanks and much credit to the people who worked hard on this game and produced it. It's a good game. I don't know if I would describe it as something that I would come back to in the future and replay. I don't know if it's like an all-time fantastic, like top of the line AAA game, like, you know, like a Bloodborne or a Dark Souls might be. But it's a good game, you know? 8.5, 9 out of 10 so far for me. It's just a bunch of fun. And it's got enough meat to it to keep me playing through for the true ending. So, looks like we're near the end of the credits here. I'll just let them finish up and we'll see whether there's a little post-credit scene or not.
Raven, you took on my hopes, my selfish dream. Now I want to see the future that you choose. Whatever waits ahead, I'll support you.
Okay, so there's the Liberator of Rubicon ending complete. It seems like Air there is hinting, like, do a third playthrough. Do it. Do it and make the right choices and see what future you can bring about, right? And we head back to the hangar. And the start of New Game Plus Plus. Looks like we obtain the HAL head. The HAL 826 core. The arms. The legs. And we have a message from Allmind.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status.
Oh, we're back to
Restoring
the start of the game.
privileges.
New Game Plus Plus.
This is Allmind, the mercenary support system. Welcome back, Raven.
I wonder if there's more arena fights here in New Game Plus Plus.
Looks like you passed the authentication. You've got plenty of experience. Should be ready for whatever Rubicon throws at you. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
That's interesting. I think that line, "you've got plenty of experience," is a new one. So we picked up some new parts, and obviously, yeah, we're back to the start of the game for New Game Plus Plus. All right, I'll call it here. A bit of a short episode, but there's a lot of game to get through before we get to new content for the third ending. So I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Armored Core 6. I certainly am. And it's my first Armored Core game, but I've really enjoyed playing it through twice, and I think we'll beeline for the ending of the third one here, and we'll see you then. Take care.